Welcome back, everybody. What I would like to do right now is to introduce you to the Getting Started area. When you log in, you should be able to see the dashboard, and you can always go to the dashboard by clicking on Dashboard on the left. So what I want to focus on right now is the Getting Started area. So I'm going to go to the menu and click on Getting Started, and I just want to go to the general Getting Started menu. Here we are in the Getting Started area, some components of which you have to complete. If you fail to complete those components by the due date, you will receive a penalty. I implement that system to motivate you to stay on track with the simulation assignments, as it is very important not to get behind early on. You can see that the introductory lesson is right here, and when you click on it, it brings up this introductory lesson video, which is a video with some very basic information, and after that, you should take the quiz. Next, there is a link to the guide, and this is the team member guide. This is something that probably by now you already have read. It's very, very critical to read the guide. Without the team member guide, you will not be able to make sense of the simulation. So if you have not read it yet, it's very important you do it right now. There is a PDF version that you can download onto your computer, and there's also an online guide. The advantage of the online guide is that you can search for things. What I recommend is that you first read the PDF guide, and then later in the simulation, when you have particular questions and you don't remember exactly what the guide said about it, you can go to the online guide and you can search for specific things. The next one is the industry conditions report. This report does not change, and it stays the same from the first to the last round. What it does is it describes industry conditions, such as the rates at which the different market segments grow. Also very important for you to become familiar with the industry conditions report. So after you have read the guide, I recommend you look at the industry conditions report and you read it, okay, and try to understand it. So I'm going back to the Getting Started area. After you have read the team member guide and the industry conditions report, you can move on to the rehearsal tutorial, which is also a required part of the Getting Started area. Here you will first see the interface where you will be asked to input decisions, and you are just going to follow steps that will help you familiarize yourself with the process of entering, saving, and uploading decisions. So you would click on Open the Rehearsal Tutorial, and this is what it would look like. And basically you will just follow what they tell you to do. So you would click on Start, and it's going to bring up these little text boxes that you read, and you just basically do what they say that you should do, what kind of decisions you should make. When you're really going to make decisions yourself, you will base them on reports. You're not just going to guess them. When you have completed all the prompts and the quiz related to the rehearsal tutorial, you will have to click on Process in order to process round 1. If you do not do that, it will not show up as complete on my end. To exit the rehearsal tutorial, you can click on File, Exit. Going back to the Getting Started area, the next document available in the Getting Started area is the Capstone Courier. You are given a new Capstone Courier after every single round. It is a very valuable document that you will use extensively to make decisions. It will help you know what occurred in the most recent round, so you can base your decisions on this moving forward. I strongly recommend that you take a look at the Capstone Courier. You can either view it as HTML or download the PDF. So here it is. Here is the Capstone Courier, which is really the industry newsletter. And the Capstone Courier is always from the previous year. So you will use this and analyze this in order to make good decisions for the upcoming year. We will spend more time later on discussing what is in the Capstone Courier, but I strongly recommend that you take a look at it and try to become familiar with it. Going back to the Getting Started area, you can see here that there is an option to join a company. When you click that, you can go to join or form a company. And what you should do is you should enter your first and last name and click on Create Company. The next step is the situation analysis, which is optional. You can complete the situation analysis, but it is not required. The situation analysis includes 5 mini assignments where you will need to do calculations and find information in reports. Things that you will learn are things such as what customers want, what the perceptual map is, how the segments change, and other things. It helps you understand how the market and the simulation works. This is optional, as I said, it's not required. The next part of the Getting Started area is pick a strategy. We have talked about how important it is to pick a strategy for your company and make decisions based on that strategy. You can go to Chapter 12 of the Team Member Guide, as is explained here. You can go to Chapter 12 of the Team Member Guide to read more about the strategies that you could pursue. And then finally, there is an area that says modules and plugins. This just explains that we will have a new module focused on human resources that will start in round 2, and a module focused on total quality management that will open in round 4. You do not have to worry about this for now. There is plenty of other things to focus on first. And that is the Getting Started area.